So what are the 5 tenets of ACS? Number 1, the library of pre-built services. We'll talk about them in just a second. I'll give you the listing. But it's push notification. It's managing photos. You may have seen on the demo this morning that, and I didn't appreciate that, when you upload a photo to a back-end system, if you are going to support multiple mobile devices, every device has its own resolution and screen factor. Therefore, you have to manipulate the images and just grunt work you have to do to support the different devices. Someone else has done it for you. Take advantage of it. It's one less thing you need to worry about. APIs can consume via the client-side JavaScript or native device platform independent. Again, if you do it in the right way, you are doing it in a neutral way, which means that although you may have multiple lines of business that have different platforms of choice, different development tools, you're not necessarily locking yourself into a single environment. You're basically saying, however you consume these services, on whichever devices, whichever development tools, you're still at liberty to use these building blocks on the shelf to perform these different operations. Extensibility, we just spoke about that. We'll talk about that in a minute as well. Elastic scalability, we spoke about that. And then the 5th one is this notion of flexible delivery models. And we'll talk about 3 different ways that either indie developers or enterprises consume these cloud-based services, depending on that trade-off between security and control and cost and cost. I'm not going to go through all these services, but just bear in mind there's loads of them. We continue to add to them, and these are just things that we reckon probably at 80–90% of most of these initial applications out there, integrating with social sites and rating.